Why did the Anunnaki unable to appear among humans after the flood? That's a great question, and it's a key point that connects many ancient texts, Sitchin's interpretations, and Ashayana-Dean's Guardian Alliance material. Each source gives a slightly different reason why the Anunnaki withdrew from direct contact after the flood. Let's look at the main explanations side by side so you can see the full picture. 1. Zecharia Sitchin's interpretation in the Lost Book of Enki and the Rest of the Earth Chronicles. Reason for withdrawal. After the deluge, approximately 13,000 years ago, Earth's environment and human population changed drastically. The Anunnaki's mission on Earth, to mine gold and manage genetic experiments, was largely complete. Atmospheric environmental limits. The flood altered the planet's magnetic balance and atmospheric density. Sitchin suggested this made long-term stay difficult for beings whose biology was adapted to Nibiru's conditions. Political decision. Enlil, Enki, and Ninmah agreed to leave humans to develop independently, with only limited oversight from above. They still ruled through chosen kings and priests, but no longer appeared openly. Shift to remote control. Instead of walking among men, they used temples, emissaries, and sky chambers to visit briefly. Over time, these visitations faded into myth. 2. Ashayana-Dean Guardian Alliance Perspective, Chelonic Teachings. Vibrational incompatibility. After the flood, Earth's planetary grids suffered major damage from cataclysms and wars, like the Electric Wars and Fall of Terra histories. The planet's frequency bands dropped to a lower density, 3D. The Anunnaki, being primarily 4D, 5D hybrid collectives, could no longer maintain stable physical avatars in such a dense harmonic field. Grid sealing. The Guardian races placed energetic quarantines around Earth to prevent further direct interference by the Anunnaki or other fallen lineages until humanity's DNA templates could stabilize. Metatronic reversal, DNA deactivation. Some Anunnaki lines became distorted through Metatronic, finite life templating. This made their biological forms unstable here. Only fragments of their consciousness could project through, appearing as etheric or gods in visions, rather than physical beings. 3. Esoteric hermetic synthesis. Many modern esoteric writers merge both views. The flood reset acted as a timeline partition between a semi-divine, high-frequency epoch and the dense human era that followed. Human genetics and consciousness had to evolve without continual interference. Here's a detailed explanation of why the Anunnaki could no longer stabilize physical bodies on Earth after the flood. According to Chelonic Science Guardian Alliance, Ashayana-Dean teachings. 1. Earth's dimensional structure before the flood. In the Guardian model, Earth exists in multidimensional layers called harmonic universes, HU. Q1, dimensions 1, 3 physical matter world, our current density. Q2, dimensions 4, 6 the etheric Templar or higher frequency version of Earth called Tara. Q3, dimension 7, 9 even lighter plasma realms called Gaia. Originally, Earth's grid and human DNA template were open enough to link with HU2, Tara. This meant beings from the 4, the 5, the 6 dimensions, like many Anunnaki hybrid races, could phase into our realm with minimal density shock. They appeared as tall, luminous humanoids who could interact physically with humans. 2. The cataclysm and frequency drop. During the Atlantean period and the global cataclysms, including the flood, a series of grid distortions occurred. Misuse of gravitronic technology, metatronic reversals, energy siphoning patterns, and magnetic field collapses from weaponized crystal systems. These disruptions fractured the planetary Templar, the energetic lattice that connects Earth's matter layers with her higher harmonic versions. Result, the Schumann resonance and the base pulse of the planet collapsed into a lower frequency bandwidth. Earth effectively fell further into 3D density. 3. Why the Anunnaki could not hold physical form. Beings such as the Anunnaki are said to have biological templates designed for higher dimensional spectra, 4D, 5D. Their atomic structure resonates faster, meaning their light body oscillates at a higher base pulse frequency than 3D matter. When they attempted to descend into the now heavier 3D grids, Their molecular spin ratio could not synchronize with Earth's lower pulse rate. Their bodies began to phase out or fragment similar to a high-voltage current overloading a weak circuit. To remain here, they would need to genetically downgrade their DNA template, reducing active strands, which most did not wish to do. Thus, they could project into 3D only through temporary holographic or energetic bodies, seen as apparitions, radiant beings, or voices from the sky, but not as stable physical presences. 4. Guardian quarantine and dimensional sealing. After the cataclysm, the Guardian Alliance sealed certain stargates and vortex points to prevent further destructive interference. This frequency fence ensured that humans could evolve without being genetically or politically dominated again. The fallen Anunnaki collectives could not fully re-enter or control planetary grids. Only those lineages willing to incarnate through human genetic lines, accepting DNA contraction to 3D frequency, could remain, explaining why later myth speaks of demigods or part divine bloodlines. 5. Long-term result. The Anunnaki became interdimensional overseers, interacting mainly through dream contact, channeling, or remote grid work. Humanity became locked into a reduced DNA pattern, 2-3 active strands, awaiting reactivation during later ascension cycles when their planetary frequency rises again. That next,